Okay. Okay, can't leave that, so I'm just gonna leave this. You know, I don't know why. For some reason, hold on, let me get my microphone nice and close. Okay, no. Well, I got off of work and I came home kind of late. It's currently 5:28 right now. Sun is currently going down, but whatever. Okay, am I in the right place? Wait a minute. Hold on. Hold on. Is this the I'm in the wrong world. This is the non-stream world. I apologize to me who made this as that world. I forgot that this is the No way, I did it right. Okay, so our next thing that we want to do is get a dew collector. Even just the dew by itself. So mystical, magical. I send a pestilence, a plague into your house, into your bed, into your streams, into your streets, into your drink, until you rain upon your cattle, on your sheep, upon your rocks, and in your field, into your dreams, until you sleep, until you break, until you yield. That's how it goes. Okay. Anyway. Also, another thing is that I'm doing this as a filler video as well. Okay, so I was right. Okay, so right now I just need that. So what do I need for dew collector? I need 100 of that. I can that's fine. That's fine. I can make that easily. Simple. It's quite simple, really. I feel like mumbo jumbo anytime I say that. It's like it's quite simple, really. Okay, so what else do I need? I need pipes. Shouldn't be too hard to get. Won't be too hard to get. Don't really need that anymore, and plus I just need to modify this. There. Head to rally point. Okay, that's fine. That's gonna take a bit. Also, I came to the realization that every time I'm whistling, you guys because for some reason it doesn't pick up high pitched noises. You guys just hear like only the low pitch parts, like it's like you guys can't hear the high pitched ones for some odd reason. You know what? While I'm here, why not? Ah. That's why. Okay. Let me just wait until... Oh, wow, I was really thirsty. Wow, okay, whoa. He's so mystical, magical. Am I going to get buried supplies or... No. Oh, I did have that in here. Anyway. Okay, so we want, so for this, I already got this. I just need more of this and I need more of that. This will be easy to get as if I find boxes, I can just smack them with this. And I'm hoping that, you know what, I'm hoping that I'm gonna find some vitamins here. Let's just hope that we can find some vitamins. We love the food. We want to be healthy, 'cause it feels so mystical, magical when we are healthy. Yes, it is. When you have a relationship with God, you know that things will be safe, 'cause it feels so mystical, magical, knowing that you'll be fine in His sight. I looked at that and I wasn't even expecting it to be actually a door. I wasn't actually expecting it to be a door. Do I have a hat on by any chance? No, I didn't. No, I don't. That's the other world. Someone's gonna be like, I wonder what he's doing in the other world. Well, to tell you the truth, what I'm doing in the other world is really no one's business, because it's mostly the same of what I'm doing here, just better, because there are some people that get really annoyed when I play this game for some reason more than once. But here's the thing. This is one of the very few games that I have where I can play it while listening to something. I can play this game while listening to something. Like, for example, I've been watching Pirates of the Caribbean while playing this game. Yesterday, I'm not joking, I streamed in the morning. I didn't really have anything to do the rest of the day, so what did I do? Well, I just played on the exact opposite world of this and watched Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Man's Chest. Please, thank you very much. Don't know why I did it in that voice. I'll take that, and that's gonna go away. I'm taking this. Yeah, about that. Thank you. You know what? Since I'm here, why not look around? You know, maybe. Okay, we got a water bottle. That's good because because that will help us if we got dysentery. If we be having the dysenteries. If you be having the shits. Don't know why I said it like that. I heard it. I think I misheard Markiplier one time. Someone's gonna be like, when did he ever say that? This was like back like 2010s. Like after, like, I think he started back in like 2012. Well, but this was like back when him, Ethan, and Ethan and Tyler were together. It was that era. Like, he still like sometimes is with Ethan, and he's sometimes with Ethan, and now he's with Tyler on Go My Favorite Sports Team. So he still talks to them. But this was like back in the era of like Markiplier Makes era. There are people that don't know what that is. I miss that era. I miss the era of him being with other channels where they would like, what was that? Team Edge. He was on a few of Team Edge's videos where they would where he would be like going through obstacle courses, all of that. There is so much Drunk Minecraft. I wasn't really there for a Drunk Minecraft era, but I was but I came in like a little bit after that. But like I try listening to Drunk Minecraft era. I'm gonna hope that the arrow is still there, or else I'm gonna have to make more, and I don't really want to do that, and I can't. Okay, well, let's see. Please let there be, okay, we got some food. That's nice. Like, there's the era of YouTube that a lot of people were with, that I was with a lot of, well, mainly because, like, YouTube came out in, like, what, 2007? No. When did YouTube come out? I clicked on the option right below it, and I accidentally pressed on "When Did You Get Hot," which is apparently a song. When did YouTube come out? 2005. It came out 2005. I just. When you be working on yourself, you don't know what you're doing. 'Cause it feels so mystical, magical. But there's a lot of eras that are long gone now. There was the vlog era, Vine era, Let's Play era, which is still a thing nowadays, but it's not the same. Like, what happened to the hey guys, welcome. Today's gonna be a great day. Now it's just a, hey guys, I'm here. Let's play this game. Like, what happened to, like, I'm gonna use an example here. Stampy Longhead. Or was it Long Nose? It was either Stampy Cat, Stampy Head, Stampy. It was either Stampy Cat, Stampy Longhead, Stampy Long Nose. One of them. But I knew him as Stampy Cat. The era of that type of Minecraft YouTubers. Whatever happened to, like, I know what happened. Stampy Cat no longer has his lovely world anymore. Pat and Jen broke up. Pat went to jail. He's now he was suffering really badly for a while. He was in a bad state. The problem is, Yeah? Okay. Okay. The one problem I have with those arrows being gone now is that they're gone. They're gone now. Those arrows are gone now. Like, there's a lot of stuff that we experienced when we were kids that are now just gone, that are replaced with what we see is like just trash, garbage, not good. But the thing is, like, one of the great YouTubers back then, Technoblade. I never really watched his videos. I never really watched his videos. I think I was there for like one, but here's the thing about, like, there was a certain type of Minecraft I didn't really care much for. And that was sort of like the Minepixel servers. Or it was like those types of servers. Like, I didn't like those because, to me, they didn't feel like Minecraft. They didn't feel like Minecraft. They just felt like a whole different game entirely, and I didn't really like them that much. Like, they really felt like... Like, they didn't feel like Minecraft. Dan the Diamond Minecart! That's another one. Dan the Diamond Minecart. There is another one. I don't remember exactly how. But, like, the reason why that the reason why I'm mad that they're gone now, I'm kind of sad that they're gone now, is one, because, well, it's nostalgia, and as much as I would love for it to come back, I also don't really want it to come back. I'm sad that it's gone now because it was something that I wrote, those were something that I really liked when I was a kid. But as sad as I am that they're gone, I don't want them to come back. The reason why is because, in my head, yes, this would be great if it came back. Reason why I don't want it to come back now is because the way, like, if I was given the option for it to come back now or go, it would not be, the reason why I don't want it to come back is because it would not be the same as it was when we were kids. It would not be the same. Like, so many people were like, oh, Vine, when Vine died, when Vine went out, like, there's still the Vine channel, there's still the channel Vine, it's still, like, doing, like, repost of, like, old Vines. And I look back at that and I'm just like, you know what, I like this, because this was back when, because people are now, like, about TikTok, because now TikTok's out, and people are like, what's Vine? To those people that don't know what Vine is what paved the way for TikTok. Vine was what paved the way for TikTok. That's what we had back in the day. And, like, there was no, like, yeah, there was a little bit of, like, singing and dancing to, like, a song, but it was mostly, most of the time, like, the reason why the song existed in that video was mostly to, like, bring home, like, a joke, or it was part of the joke that they were making. And yeah, I'm sad, and yes, I'm sad that they're gone, but I know for a fact that people were like, oh yeah, bring Vine back. I want Vine to come back. And I'm over here like, you know, I miss those days too. But if it were to come back, it would not be the same. It would not be the same. Why? And the reason why is because it can come back exactly the same way, in the exact same way as we had it when we were kids. But the problem is that if it came back in the same way as it did when we were kids now as an adult, we wouldn't find it the same amount of fun. Like, yeah, sure, we might find it fun, but we wouldn't find it the same amount of fun as we did back then. And the reason is because we're grown up now. We grew up. Like, we were kids back then. We're adults now. We're adults now. We're adults now. We grew up. We matured. Maybe some of us didn't, but even the ones who didn't mature, for the ones that didn't mature, they still grew up. They still grew up. Even if they still are in the mind of a child, they still have experienced everything that has happened between 2016 and 2025, when this is being recorded. When this is being recorded and live streamed. And as I said, as much as I would like it to come back, I don't want it to come back. Like, as much as I love it, and I loved it as a kid, as much as I loved it as a kid, and as much as I want it back, it would not be a good idea for it to come back. It would not. It would not. There's a lot of things that that we had when we were kids that we want back, but it would not be a good idea to bring it back. Reason being, as I said, it would not be the same. Let me see something. Hold on a second. Oh, I don't even have them. Okay. All right. Okay. But that's the thing. It's like popular MMOs, Stampy Cat, and iBallistic Squid, and the Dan the Diamond Minecart. What was another one? Aphmau. How can I forget about Aphmau? Okay. To those of you that don't know who Aphmau was, she was one of the people that would make like Minecraft roleplay. She was actually the reason why I got into roleplay. Like, I really like world building. Actually, now that I think about it, it's the reason why I got interested in Dungeons and Dragons. Because role-playing, world building. I completely forgot about that. She's actually what introduced me. That channel was actually what introduced me into what role-playing was. Though I'm sad that they're gone, that era is gone. Here's the thing: these channels are still going. Aphmau's still going. Story has progressed far since I was in far since I left it back in the day. Yeah, it's progressed so much. Like, I left it on when the main character she got engaged. I left it on that. That's when I left it on. That was it. That's when I left it on. Years later, I go back to that, and it turns out that the relationship has gone. And I am fully expecting that the entire thing was like it ended. No, it's still going. Those characters. It's like watching a rom-com show, or watching like one of those family comedies, and finding out that one of the characters had a child, and I'm like, and the thing is, I can't bring myself back to watching it now, but I remember watching like those like Mind Pixel things back in the day, and I remember thinking, oh, this is great, but then after a while, I got so confused on like what people were doing. I probably should have kept on watching. What? Oh, how can I forget this one? This one I just remembered today because somebody brought it back. Does anyone remember the YouTube channel Pink Sheep? With his son, Purple Shep? Oh, I completely forgot about that. Purple Shep is the reason why you'll sometimes hear me refer to a sheep as a Shep, or a computer as a compopper, or a compooper. Like those are the reasons. Like that guy's the reason why I refer to those things as what they are, as what I refer them to. I completely forgot. I know what people are thinking. Oh wow, this guy is really weird for thinking about this. I have openly admitted, and I honestly, yes, I do have some shame in this. But here's the thing: I've openly admitted that I was a brain rot kid when I was little. I know what I watched. Now I used to watch like those videos where they were like, it was like 3D animation of like Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. I used to watch the Minecraft videos of those. I used to do all of that. I used to watch all of that. Yeah, as I said. As much as we would love for them to come back, as much as we would love for all of that stuff to come back, and as much as I would love for it to come back, it would not be a good idea. And that's one of the reasons why I kept on going on YouTube. Like, when I was back in middle school, that was the era of, oh yeah, we should all start. That was like, middle school is usually like the era of when kids are like, yeah, we should start a YouTube channel. Let's do that. I remember thinking, oh, I'm gonna make it big when I was in middle school. So I started a YouTube channel, and out of all of the friends that I had back then, we've all gone our separate ways. But out of all the friends that I have, I'm the only one that I know of that is still doing YouTube. I mean, that I know of, I'm the only one that I know of that is still doing it. Wait, hold on. I'm actually gonna look this up. Kind of want to do it. I kind of want to do this because why not? Just to see. Just want to see. Oh. Okay, well, there's a lot of them that have the same exact name. Okay, I don't know. Actually, let me look up something. Just want to see if this is... Nope. Yep, nope. Yeah, that I know of. I'm the only one that... Okay, so okay, no longer does YouTube, but his channel is still up. And the last video was 7 years ago, so that makes sense. Which that makes sense. That's like when we were all in middle school. So that's when we were all like in middle school. Okay, never mind, there's another guy. I almost forgot about you. Oh, he's still going! Brandon Lee Franklin. Still going. I'm subscribing. Oh, wow. I want to be completely honest. I didn't know that he was still going. I didn't know he was still going. There are some people that will probably find me on YouTube that haven't seen me since, what was it? Since, sophomore year of high school. And my hair was long back then. I had long hair back then. I have a picture of me in Scouts with long hair. And I used to have long hair. I don't really want to go back to the long hair era of my life. Not because it was a bad and it's like, oh, I don't like that era. No, it's because, well, yes, I did. Well, I actually did like that era. I did like that era of my life. Yeah, there's some stuff that I did that was like, oh, I don't like that happening. I mean, yeah, sure, there was some stuff like that.
Trader Wrecked is open for business. Buy wrecked or get wrecked.
But the reason why I did like that is because there's a lot of nostalgia that comes from that. And it's marching band, my entire obsession with Greek mythology era. The first time I ever figured out how to edit a video on iMovie. The first time I figured out how to do face cam on a video was through iMovie. And that was back then.
Good morning, my ass. Buy something. Now that you did the job, I guess you ain't that damn bad after all. What's it gonna be, huh?
Take. I forgot to get the other stuff. Take this. Take this. Take all this. Can I sell that? No. So, I just want to say that there are a lot of eras in our life when we will be like, why did I go through that? But thing about them is, well, yes, there were bad parts of it. Be glad that they happened. Be glad that they happened back then and are not happening now. Because imagine what would have happened if you never did that and you never learned your lesson. It's a good thing for kids to, when they're little, to make a bunch of mistakes and get injured and figure out what. Not, I don't mean like injured as in broken leg. I mean like get like bumps and scrapes, bruises, bumps and bruises, maybe some scratches, all of that. It's good for that. People are gonna. I can already hear the pitchforks coming up. But what I mean is, it's good for that because because they learn, because when they're a kid, they'll go through something bad, they'll learn it, and they'll learn to never do it again. They'll learn to never do it again. Let's take that actually, because I'm gonna need that.
All that gawking at goods and that's all you buy?
I'm gonna go with this
Well, I
one.
got just a job. Word of advice. Next time,
Fine.
bathe before coming to a
That's
job
the little
interview.
thing, is that when you're a kid, you do a lot of learning when you're a kid. And the problem with school is the fact that most of the stuff that you learn, like for example, language, accents, and all of that stuff, like if you learned like a different language before you turn the age of 12, you can speak that language fluently without the accent. You didn't know that, did you? You guys didn't know that, did you? You didn't know that, did you? And that's the other thing about the brain, is that at the age of 12, that's when like your brain starts taking in most of the information. It's like your brain still takes in information, but when it comes to stuff like that, your brain stops taking in that type of information because it's already gathered everything else. Hold on. What do I need? Okay. Okay, well now I can go with the rest of the healing factor. Anyway, what do I need for... I need 8. I need 10. Never mind. But like apparently, but in the school doesn't teach you that. Like I personally would recommend parents, when you enroll your kid into school, when you first enroll your kid into school, enroll them into a foreign language class as soon as you can. Do that. Trust me on this. Trust me on this. It's a lot harder when you're older for you to learn a different language. It's a lot harder for you to learn a different language when you're older. Because, as I said, your brain stops taking in all that information. Your brain stops taking in all that information. And it's a sad thing, but that's another thing. And back to schools, is that everyone learns in a different way. Everyone learns differently, but schools teach as if everyone learns the same. They all teach as everyone learns the same. Like, for example, the Pythagorean theorem. The way I learned it was a squared plus b squared equals c squared, but I learned it in different ways. And at first I was like, oh, that doesn't sound right. Why would I want to learn in different ways? Why would I want to learn how to do it different ways? But I'm glad that I learned it, how to do it in different ways, because while I may have learned a squared plus b squared equals c squared, somebody might have learned it as c squared is equal to a squared plus b squared, and this may sound like nonsense to some people, but here's the thing. That's because it is mostly nonsense to some people, because they didn't learn it in a certain way. What one person may be learning may make like complete sense to them, but will be utter nonsense to someone else. I'm trying to keep my hands inside of the camera. But that's the thing, is that schools shouldn't be teaching like as if kids are all the same, because kids are not all the same. Kids are not all the same. Everyone is different. Everyone's different. And as I said, as much as I would really love for all that stuff to come back. All that stuff that we had when we were kids to come back. The OG Minecraft. Oh, does anyone remember when tell me, anyone that's watching this, tell me if you remember when you could milk squids. Tell me if you can remember when the only source of light was torches and glowstone. Like, if you wanted to like be fancy with how you were building, you had to use glowstone and not torches. If you wanted to use any form of color, the only thing you had was wool. You did not have terracotta. You did not have like concrete. All you had was just wool. And this was like back when back like with the original like Xbox 360 tutorial worlds. I used to do roleplaying on that a lot, on those worlds. Of course it was with myself. I made up most of the stories, but I remember when every single update that came with every single one of those tutorial worlds. When my brother and sister and I first got Minecraft, we didn't know how to read it. We were terrible at reading at the time. I'm still terrible at reading, but we didn't know that it was called tutorial world. We just called it as castle world, and I didn't know how the game worked, so I just kept on playing. New game, over and over and over again, because I thought that the save would delete. And I kept on wondering why there was so much. But back in the day, I didn't know that in order to join someone's world, you had to either be on Xbox Live or you had to join a server. I didn't know that. You want to know how I thought you had to join? How I thought you joined them? The same seed. Either put the same seed in, or put the same name as their world. I used to think that. No one ever explained to me how these worked. Good days of being ignorant. Oh, those were good days. Dun, 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 dun. 'Cause it feels so mystical, magical. There are a lot of days that I really wish that I can just bring back. But as I said, bringing them back would not be a good idea, as it would not be the same. You want them to be brought back, but the problem is it can come back exactly the way it was when you left it. It can be the same exact way. You can look at it and you'll be like, oh, I remember this, and you'll cry with joy. But then after a bit, you'll be like, wait, I don't remember it being like this. I remember it being like that. But the reason why you remember it being a certain way is because, well, one, nostalgia, and two, because as you grew, your expectations, certain expectations have come up. You've learned to, like, expect certain things from certain places in certain ways. You've learned to expect certain things in certain ways. And as a result, you can go back and look at the things that you did when you were a kid, and you'll be like, oh, it's not as good. When I was a kid, there was this one game that I really wanted to play. I really loved it because I had a neighbor. His name was Christian. He lives across the street from me. He no longer does. He moved a long time ago. But his name was Christian, and we had the Wii. He had the Wii. I had the Wii, but he had this game on there called Rabbits Go Home. It was either Rabbits Go Home or Rabbits Go to the Moon. You know the Rayman rabbits? The Rayman rabbits? Those rabbits. And I used to love that game so much. I mentioned this before, but I used to love that game. Years later, I think to myself, you know what? I have money. I have a job now. I have access to the internet. I'll just look up that game. So what do? I go onto my phone. I pull out my phone. This is not my phone. This is my wallet. I pull out my phone and go like, okay, Rabbits Go to the Moon. There it is for the Wii. Okay, I buy it. I buy it. I don't even. This was before I figured out how to look at the reviews. I go and buy it. It comes here. It's the exact game. I look at it exactly. I put it in exactly the game that I remembered it being. And so I play it. I'm like, yes, this is great. I got myself a pizza. I have some soda with me. I'm gonna be playing this just like back in the day. It was like what I did when I was back in elementary school when I was with Christian. And then after 5 levels later, I realized something. I don't like this game. And I don't mean I don't like it as in like, oh, I hate this game. I mean, I don't like it as in it's okay, but it's not what I thought it was going to be. I remember, and I thought back to it and I realized something. When I originally played with Christian, it was the same exact 5 levels over and over and over again. But what I didn't realize is that that's what it was. It was the same exact 5 levels over and over again. I just thought that Christian kept on playing it like he was in a higher grade than me, so to me he was a lot smarter than me. But I thought that he just kept on playing it back because he knew that I liked one of the like there was a old like I don't know if anyone was around if like anyone watching my stuff now was around during the Respect the Pouch era. If you guys know what the Capri Sun is, then that's what the Respect the Pouch era was. It was like Capri Sun and the way how they would do the way how they would market it is by somebody like taking like drink Capri Sun, then blowing into the straw, blow it back up, and then just like crushing it, and then like it would poof, and all of a sudden they would be like a there would be something would happen to them, and it would be like Respect the Pouch. Like, hold on, I'll show you guys. Hold on, I'll show you guys. I don't know if it's still going on, but let me bring this up. Like, YouTube, you're gonna get mad at me for this, but I don't care. I don't care. I'm bringing this up. Respect the Pouch. We don't have to see the entire thing, but okay, this is a good this is a good good one. This is a good example. This is one of the ones.
Respect the pouch. Respect it.
Yeah, that was it. It was something like that happened every single time. Well, I think somebody got turned into like a bobblehead or something, and that was it. Was that, and there was a specific scene in that game, the Rabbits Go to the Moon game, where he has like a swordfish and he impales the pouch, and the rabbit's head becomes the swordfish. And I love that so much. And I used to think that he was just rewinding it so that we would play it. But I didn't realize that was how the game actually went. I forgot to put this away. But that's a good example of nostalgia speaking. Like, you'll remember something a certain way, but then you'll watch it, and you'll be like, what is this? You'll be like, what is this? Like, I don't remember it being like this. And the reason why is because when you're a kid, you see it as a certain way. You don't see, like, all the bad stuff that happens. You don't see, like, all, like, the jokes that are put in there, all the adult jokes. You just sort of like, oh, yeah. One of the greatest adult jokes of all time was in Meet the Robinsons. It's gotta have been in Meet the Robinsons. One that flew over my head when I was a kid, and I did not appreciate it until I got older. There's a certain scene. I'm gonna somehow, you know what? I'm gonna get back to Meet the Robinsons in a bit. But there's a certain scene where they're looking for the garage, and they come across a dog that has glasses, and this is how it goes. Why is the dog wearing glasses? Oh, because his insurance won't cover contacts. You guys thought that I was gonna say a dirty joke that was in there. There probably was one, but that's the thing. That's the thing. That adult jokes don't. Oh, wait, hold on. Zooming uses 25% stamina, less stamina. But here's the thing. That's a good example of you don't need an adult joke doesn't need to be sexual. Doesn't need to be dirty. It just needs to be something that adults will understand, but the kids may not. That's really it. That's all it has to be. It's just something that the kids will not understand, but the adults will. That's gotta be one of the best adult jokes I've ever heard. Simply because I did not appreciate it enough when I was a kid. But anyway, as I said, the game is a perfect example. Rabbids Go to the Moon is a perfect example of nostalgia, of you thinking that something's gonna be a certain game, certain way, only because of nostalgia. But when you get back to it, it's different than what you thought, and it's a good example of why I say as much as I would really love to come back, I don't want it to, because it's not going to be the same. We're all going to look at it, and because here's the thing, you can go and look at Vine right now. Go and watch old classic Vines from 2016. I say old classic like as if it was like from the 1800s, but I mean, like, you can go and watch those right now. Go and watch them right now, and you'll realize what I mean. I remember thinking, oh yeah, Thomas Sanders, really funny guy back in the day. And now I look back at it and I'm just like, huh, Thomas Sanders. Like, I used to think, but now it's just like, no, yeah, that was funny. That was funny. It's no longer the same. It's no longer the same. Like, what is it? Scavenger and Commando. Commando gloves are better. Thomas Sanders, Marlon Webb, those are the only two that I know of. What was that one guy, Juan something? There was also like Chris. I only remember them from like, there's some of them I only remember from like their first names. But like we still have some of that going on, but the reason why people are like, oh, we don't have that anymore is because it's all drowned out by like what is now like the new stuff now. Like we'll be having some people on TikTok that are like that have brought over the energy that we had when we had Vine. But all things must come to an end. And while yes, there is a new generation that comes in that will bring that type of energy that we had back then, it will all just be drowned out by all of the other stuff, all the annoying stuff that people see. Am I crouching or not? I keep thinking I'm crouching. Must be polymer. Nope. My brain might be having a misfire right now because I swear I'm having deja vu right now. Somebody's gonna be like, why do you sound like a robot when you say that? My brain's having a misfire. Somebody's gonna say that. But the reason why is because whenever like we have deja vu, it's usually because like your brain is doing the equivalent of like a short circuit. Scavenger. Okay, that's scavenger. What do we got here? What is this? Athletic. That's assassin. This one's better. Perfect. But I miss those days. I miss those eras. I want to go back to what I was saying before. When I said I was going to go back to it, so I want to go back to it now. Meet the Robinsons. That movie, I want to say, was ahead of its time. The animation quality, the story, everything. The characters. The world building. Like I look at that, like, you know, when you look at like things when you're a kid, you're like, oh wow, it looks bad, and it looks like it doesn't look as good as I remembered it. That's another thing about nostalgia talking, is that you'll look back on something and you'll be thinking, oh yeah, this stuff was stuff was awesome when I was a kid. I remember it being amazing.
Great.
But now, like, you look back at it and you're like,
spend it all in one place.
oh.
What the hell do you want this time?
Like, you look at it and you're like, oh, it's not as good as I remember it. And that's the thing, and that's it. But the thing is, like, I look back at Meet the Robinsons, I watched it again, still was as good as I remembered it. Was still as good as I remembered it. I think that's one of the very few things. One of the very few movies. One of the very few movies that I will see. And it'll be like, you know, that was actually fun. That was fun. And like, I'll still look at it and I'll be like, you know what, it's still good. Like, it's very few out, very few.
Shit, man. I treat you that good, and you don't even fucking tip me.
Yeah, we're gonna go back to the house. We're gonna kind of like hollow it out a bit. But that's the thing. It's like very few things you'll find when you get older is that you'll find that are just still the same as they were as it was when you were a kid. But there's that. But anyway, back to that. Meet the Robinsons. There's a certain scene in there that I would really recommend watching Meet the Robinsons because it gives a really good message. It gives and more of the story. That's another good part of it. The animation quality, characters, more of the story, the actual story. Yeah. The villain. Good. Now I know people are gonna be like, "Oh, that's not a good villain." Yes, it is. Yes, it is. That is a good villain. It is a good villain. Now, okay, almost. This guy just need to get more polymer. Now, there's a certain scene in there. Lewis, the main character, he's sitting at the table, and he's in the future. He's in the future, and he's sitting at the table, which is, if you haven't seen the movie, this is a bit of a spoiler, so spoiler alert. But he is in the future with what is revealed later in the movie to be his future family. But there is a certain point where he's sitting there, and there's a and the robot comes in, and he's like, all right, time to have peanut butter and jelly. Everyone's happy. Everyone's excited. And they're like, yeah, let's have that. And it's a callback to earlier in the movie when Lewis made a certain peanut butter and it spins around and spews out peanut butter and jelly, which I don't know how hot that thing is, but for that peanut butter to be for jelly makes sense, but for that peanut butter to be coming out like a liquid, that must be extremely hot. Anyway, yeah, but it's showing like the futuristic version of it, like that it's showing like he's perfected it. Okay, but then it gets jammed. Has the same exact problem that it did earlier in the movie, and what happens is it breaks, but then Wilbur, which is later to be revealed is Lewis's son, is like, Lewis is an inventor. He can fix it. And everyone's like, yeah, go on and fix it. And Lewis is like over here, like, he's like scared that he's going to fail. He's scared that he's going to fail. And this is why Wilbur wants him to do it, because he knows that he's scared to fail, but he wants to show him something. He wants to show him what failure is like. When it's really what you can get from failure. And so that's what Wilbur wants to do. And so everyone's like, yeah, you can do it. Come on. And he's like, okay, I guess I'll do it. And he goes and tries fixing it. He gets it. And it all seems like it works. But then he fails. But then it fails. Everything like combusts. And Lewis is sad about this. Like, he's over here like, oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to. I thought that I can fix it. And what is everyone's reaction? For Bud's reaction, one of the guys, he's there. He's like, you failed. Like, and everyone's like, and it was awesome. And everyone is happy that he failed. And Lewis is over here like, why are you guys happy that I failed? And they explain to him that one of them says, when you fail, you learn from it. Success, not so much. But they explain to him that because he failed, he now has the opportunity to see why he failed. And honestly, and they explain to him that, while yes, you did fail, look at what you did that failed. Fix it and keep moving forward. And I love that that message. I love that message that they give. Keep moving forward. There's even a quote at the very end from Walt Disney himself. We keep moving forward. We keep moving down different paths. We keep opening we keep moving forward. We keep opening new doors that lead us down new paths. We do this because we are curious, and curiosity is what makes us human. No, it says, and curiosity is what keeps us going. Keep moving forward. You failed? Congratulations. You now know why. You now have the opportunity to look at it and succeed. You have the opportunity to look at why you failed, fix it, and then keep going. Keep moving forward. You fail, you fix it. You fail, you fix it. You fail, you fix it. You keep doing this over and over and over again until finally you got it correct. I actually came up with a story on this. There's a good chance that someone else came up with a story, but I came up with this on my own, so if someone else seemed to come up with the same thing, I'm sorry that I might be stealing it. But imagine there are two guys that build a house. All right? There are two guys that build a house. One of them, they both build it. They both build it in the same exact way. And except the difference between them is everything is the same. The pipes, the electrical system, everything, all the same. Everything, all the same. The only difference is one of them succeeds and builds his house within a month, while the other one fails and takes him an entire year to finish. The one who finished early is over here like, I am better at building houses because I did correctly on the first try. Meanwhile, the other guy, he's still building his house and he's over here like, okay, I just gotta fix it. Electrical broke down, but I can fix that. And okay, there's a little parts in the piping that's wrong. Let me fix that. And he keeps on fixing it over and over again. He fails, but he keeps on fixing it. Finally, he's done. And so both of them are now done. But then one day, somebody comes in, has the same exact house. A third guy comes in, has the same exact house. He had someone else build it for him. And he goes up to both of them and says, hey, you both built a house. You guys might be able to help me with this. The first guy says, well, the first guy says, well, of course, I know everything about houses. I'm the best at building houses around. I built mine on my first try. So the man's like, yes, please come on over and see what's going on. And the man goes over and he takes one look and he's like, he's in there for about like 10 minutes and he comes out saying, your problem is unknown to anyone. No one can fix it. Nobody can fix it. But the second guy, the one who built the house and failed every now and then, says, hey, can I take a crack at that? And the guy was like, yeah, sure, you can take a crack at it. And so he goes and looks and finds that there are some wires that are not connected, some of them, and some pipes that have burst. And he figured out, and he was able to fix it easily. Now, the difference between these two is because one of them did it on the first try, knew exactly, so he didn't know how to do much stuff. But the other guy, he knew exactly what to do because he failed so many times and he knew exactly how to fix these things. He had more experience with fixing them. And that's why I say, not many times people will hear this from me, but when you fail, it is better than if you succeed, because oftentimes you will not know what to do. If you were to just only succeed, most of the time you wouldn't really know what to do when you finally fail. Okay, I need 25 of these. And that's what that's why you shouldn't always, like, if you fail, don't give up. Don't give up right then and there. Don't give up. All right? You fail, good. Good. Look at why you failed. Look at the reason why you failed. And fix it. And I need 20 of these. Keep going. Hold on, I'm gonna make it go faster. That's what I mean. Is just when you learn from your mistakes, you gain so much more experience. Not to mention, the more you fail, that success is gonna feel so much better when you finally succeed. I'm telling you now. Success from failure is so much better than success from just success. If you succeed on the first try, then great, you succeeded. But when you fail, if you fail like 100 times, and then finally you succeed, that success is gonna feel so much better because you're gonna feel so relieved. Finally, I did it. It's finally here. I did it, great. And you're gonna feel so great because not only did you win, not only did you get the success, you got experience as well. You got experience as well. There's so many things that seem like it's bad. It's going on and it's bad. What you don't realize is that it can turn from something sad to something nice, something joyful. Turn a bad situation to a good situation. Turn a bad situation to a good situation. Not just for yourself, but do it for other people as well. I just realized that, that I may or may not have, put the, difficulty to the same exact difficulty as the last time I had a world where it was just for walking around. Do 20% more damage to land claimed property. Sure, why not? Critical injuries heal. Okay. But yeah, just... I'm telling you now. There we go. But yeah, I'm telling you guys, you may be made fun of because you're failing so much, but keep going. Keep going. Don't quit. Keep going. You know that meme where it's like showing like a guy that's going mining for diamonds, but then there's one right, but then there's a picture like right under him showing like a guy that that just like gave up right before the diamonds. You'll see that meme a lot. You see that meme a lot, but but that has a truth to it, is that a lot of people give up right before they're about to
How did you get in here? Or I'll sell you food, but don't expect me
oh, I
to
forgot
cook it
that
for you.
let me just do you have like a wrench or something? No, you don't.
Cha-ching! Thanks, buddy.
But
If
I'm
you
telling
want a
you
job from
is
me,
that
well, don't just stand there with your thumb
but
up
think of
your
like a video
ass.
game.
Go
Think of a
do the
video game.
goddamn job.
Ever notice that that everything gets harder when you're going the correct direction, when you progress more through the game? Ever notice that in most games the enemies will come at you when you're going in the correct direction? Much like that, the devil attacks the most when you are going in the correct direction. He couldn't care less about the people going the wrong direction. They're already going the wrong direction. He doesn't need to do anything about that. But you're going in the right direction. And the devil attacks most when you are closest to your goal. Things get the hardest. Things get the most difficult when you're closest to your goal. Things get the most difficult when you're closest to your goal. It's always the darkest right before the sun comes up, alright? Fun fact that a lot of people don't realize is that, did you know that the coldest point of the day is actually 15 minutes after the sun rises? Okay, never encumbered at night. Perfect. Is that it's the coldest part of the day. Doesn't matter what day it is. The coldest part of the day is always 8 to 15 minutes after the sun rises. After the sun first rises. It's always the darkest right before the sun rises. That somebody's gonna be looking at that and being like, "Oh yeah, well, no shit, Sherlock." But even though that's like obvious, think about it. As I said, things are always the most difficult right before you hit your goal. These are always the most difficult right before you hit your goal. Things are always the hardest right before you hit your goal. After this, I'm gonna be done. After this, I'm gonna be done. Okay. It's always darkest right before the sun comes up. It's always the hardest right before you hit your goal. Just keep that in mind. After this, I'm gonna be done, and then I'm gonna go. I gotta go pack. Dear mom and dad, I'm doing fine. You guys are on my mind. You asked me what I wanted to be, and now I think the answer is plain to see. I wanna be famous. I wanna live close to the sun. We'll pack it back cause I've already won. Everything to prove, nothing in my way. I'll get there one day. Cause I wanna be famous. Na 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 na. I wanna be famous. I wanna be famous. I missed Total Drama Island. I know that there was like a reboot. Like I think 2018. I think 2018 there was a reboot. But I kind of missed the old Total Drama. Let's go. All right. You know what? I think I know I think I know what we're gonna do today. Anyway, yeah. But yeah. Everyone wants certain things to come back. And as much as I want that too. But it would be best if it didn't come back. If it just stayed. And not to mention, like, remember when I said that even if it does come back in the exact way we remember it, exactly how it was, maybe not the exact way we remember it, but if it does come back exactly how we had it when we were kids, even that is wishful thinking. That is like you want it to come back. That's wishful thinking. But if it comes back in the same, but wanting it to come back in the same way as it was when we were kids is also wishful thinking. Because even if it does come back, think of everything that we had when we were kids. They decide to bring back in other companies now. They're like, hey, remember this when you were a kid? Well, we're bringing it back now. And it's like, yes. And then it comes down and it's like, you look at what do you have now? And you look at it like what, and then you look at what you had back then, and it's like, you have them in your hand. You compare. It's like, think of like a toy. Like you'll be like, yes, I remember this, and you get it now, and like, you get the one that you had when you were a toy, like when you were a kid. The toy that you had when you were a kid, it's built the same, and it's like, what happened? It's not the same. Something happened, and the reason why is because a lot of like the stuff that was used to make stuff back in the day, back when we were kids, that's gone. That's gone now. They don't make that stuff anymore. Wallace and Gromit, like a good example, Wallace and Gromit. You know the movie Vengeance Most Foul? The newer Wallace and Gromit movie, Vengeance Most Foul, with Feathers McGraw. That was the last one that they used with that specific clay. That was the last one that Aardman Animation was using with that clay. Like, sure, they can do, sure, they might do, what's it called? May still do stop motion animation again. But it's not going to be with the same one, and it's because, and the reason why was because that clay is not, it's most likely not, it's probably gonna, they're gonna try and do it as close to the same design as possible, but it's not gonna be the same exact design. And as I said, the reason why is because, well, that clay is no longer being made. That clay is no longer being made. A lot of the reasons why a lot of places don't use, like, the things that they had are no longer, like, it's not the same thing anymore, is one, because of, like, corruption and all that stuff, but another one of the reasons is because, well, the fact that the companies that they would use for that stuff is no longer being made. The stuff has been discontinued. The things that they used were discontinued. Anyway, that's gonna be it for me today. Thank you guys for watching. That's gonna be it. Let's read a passage from the Bible. I think Psalms 21. I think that's one that I was drawn to today. I was told about today. $12, $16, $18. It's $19. No, I think I already read. Oh no, I already read 21. No, I read 121. Let's read Psalms 21. O Lord, the King rejoices in your strength. How great is his joy in the victories you gave him. You have granted him the desire of his heart, and have not withheld the request of his lips. You welcome him with rich blessings, and place a crown of pure gold on his head. He asks you for life, and you gave it to him. Length of days forever and ever. Through the victories you gave, his glory is great. You have bestowed on him splendor and majesty. Surely you have granted him eternal blessings, and made him glad with the joy of your presence. For the king trusts in the Lord, though through the unfailing love of the Most High, he will not be shaken. Your hand will lay on all your enemies. Your right hand will seize your foes. At the time of your appearing, you will make them like a fiery furnace. In his wrath, the Lord will swallow them up, and his fire will consume them. You will destroy their descendants from the earth. Their posterity the posterity from mankind, though they plot evil against you and devise wicked schemes, they cannot succeed. For you will make them turn their backs when you aim at them with a drawn bow. Be exalted, O Lord, in your strength. We will sing and praise your might. That was Psalms 21. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for staying. That's going to be it. Thank you guys for staying. That's going to be it, and goodbye.